unofficially a 35-yard interception return from Shea Hansen, the 5th turnover of the night by Valley. And the Beet Diggers lead the Vikings 38-13 with 2:13 to go. And Jacob Fector to kick it off for Brush. High end over end short, bounces at the 22, and it's picked up at the 20 and then down at the 22, and there's a late hit on the Beet Diggers. Tanner Morrow delivered the hit there on James Price.
Right on the play.
Price slipped, his knee was down, and Morrow's momentum carried him into Price. So that'll be a personal foul. And Valley will start at their 37 instead of their own 22. Just an aggressive play by Brush.
Well, I know coming into the game, Brush was hoping to cut back on penalties and turnovers, and this, they really didn't do that tonight. Really, with 3 turnovers, 94 yards worth of penalties on. I think they had a total of 9 penalties for 94 yards. So,
shotgun formation for Dellenbach, 1st and 10. And the handoff to Hendrickson, who hands off on the left side of Matsushima. Swings it to the left side, first down at the 50. Hit the Beet Digger territory, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 25 yards for Drew Matsushima.
Good thing Christian Baye was there too to make that tackle. He came from his free safety position and luckily was able to outreach his arms and push him out because he really didn't have a step on him.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line after they picked up. They're going to call it 26, but either way, unfortunately for Brush, the clock is not rolling with 2:03 to go because he went out of bounds. Again, in that single wing formation, Dellenbach going to take the ball, hand it off to Hendrickson, running right. Sutter steps back to the inside across the 35, and he fumbled the football, and I believe the Beet Diggers have it. That's the 6th turnover of the night. Tony Guzman recovers at the 34, and now the Beet Diggers can take 2 or 3 knees and run it out.
And I'm sure they're going to be happy to do that as the temperature just keeps dropping and dropping. I think it's even dropped another 10 degrees since the last time we were talking about it. And you could tell the kids out there kind of limping around. One of the boys for Brush, I couldn't see which one it was kind of running like he pulled a muscle in his leg. And that's the kind of thing that happens when you stand on the sideline when your offense is out there. And then when it's defensive time, you got to hustle up.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's just plain cold. I mean, it cooled down in Kersey last week, but not like this.
And just a reminder to get a special thanks to those.
Rush had a decent crowd here tonight. There's still most of the people that came down to watch the game are still over there. Right before the game, I looked over there. I counted. I actually could count them. There's like 28 of them, and I think we about doubled that.
Yeah. Without a doubt. A minute 57 to go. A timeout was called by Brush. As Valley is out of timeouts. The football's at the 34. I mean, you could legitimately take 3 knees and run up the clock, but you do have second-teamers coming into the game, which begs the question, do you run a couple of plays for them?
Oh, why not? They made the trip up here. Go ahead and let them give it their best shot and see if they can march down the field.
Well, Eric Garcia is still the quarterback. The backs are split. There's a handoff and running up the middle, big hole across the 40 to the 44. And that is Tyler Carter, a sophomore for Brush, at 5'10", 180, and he gains 9 on the play. 2nd and 1 for the Beet Diggers.
It was a nice run there by Carter. After he got through the hole, you could see that he just started drifting back across the grain against that Valley defense.
2nd down and 1 at the 43. Valley's got pretty much their starters in there. Backs are split. Garcia to hand it off left tackle, 1st down across the 45 to the 47. And that is a gain of around 4. And that time the ball carrier was Traver Blake, the sophomore, at 5'8", 170. No, it was Tanner Morrow, but now Blake is into the game. So Morrow with the carry for the 1st down. And now let's see the Beet Diggers continue to run offensive plays. Looks like they will. Up to the line of scrimmage with a minute to go. Garcia's just looking up at the clock. 2 more plays will get this game done. from their own 47. Garcia hands it off to Carter, ran into his quarterback, but still gained 3 yards to the 50.
Carter with the carry.
Second down and 7 for Brush. And this should be the last play of the game.
This junior varsity offense looking pretty good. That little offensive line is really firing up and driving that starting defensive line back.
Yeah, it's Blake and Carter in the backfield with 19 seconds to go. And Garcia will hand it off to Carter right up the gut. He's to the 45. He gains 5 yards. Good little runner. He's had 3 excellent carries, and that's it. The Brush Speed Diggers pick up their first win of the year, and they do it in convincing fashion, beating the Valley Vikings in Gilchrist 38-13 on 1010 KSLR and KSLR.com.